Hello, coin collectors and history lovers. Welcome back to where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. In today's video, we're talking about the 1960 USA 1-cent coin. Is this old penny just worth a cent, or could it be a hidden treasure? Stick around to find out. The 1961-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln penny, features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner. This design first appeared in 1909 and continues to be a staple of U.S. currency. Obverse *** Lincoln's profile with "In God We Trust" above, "Liberty" to the left, and the year 1960 to the right. Reverse *** the classic wheat ears design, which was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial in later years. Now, let's talk about something interesting. 1960 was a special year for this penny because it had two different date varieties, the small date and large date. And trust me, this small difference can make a huge impact on the coin's value. At first glance, both coins look the same, but look closely at the numbers in the date. In the small date variety, the 6 and 0 are closer together and appear smaller. In the large date variety, the numbers are bigger and more spread out. Why does this matter? Because the small date variety is rarer, and collectors are always on the lookout for it. Alright, let's talk money. If you have a 1960 Lincoln cent, its value depends on a few key factors: circulated condition, rarity, and whether it's a small date or large date. Regular 1960 large date penny, 1 to 5 cents. 1960 small date penny, 5 to 25 cents. And here's the exciting part: if you find a proof version of the small date variety, it can be worth over $100 or more. The 1960 Lincoln penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark; Denver Mint, D mint mark below the date. Proof coins from the Philadelphia Mint, marked by their shiny mirror-like surface. The Denver Mint produced the most coins in 1960, which is why the D mint mark is commonly found. Now, let's talk about errors and varieties. Some 1960 pennies have mistakes that make them valuable. If you spot a doubling effect on the date or lettering, or a misaligned mint mark, you might have a rare coin worth hundreds. So, is a 1960 penny worth keeping? Absolutely. Even if it's just a common large date variety, it's still a piece of history. But if you find a small date, an error coin, or an uncirculated gem, you might have something special. That's a wrap for today's video. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever found a rare 1960 penny in your pocket change? Drop a comment below and share your story. The 1960 Lincoln penny is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor D. Brenner, the Lincoln cent became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure instead of symbolic imagery. One of the most interesting aspects of the 1960 penny is that it was struck with 2 different date sizes. The numbers in the date are more compact, with the 6 and 0 appearing closer together. The numbers are wider and more spaced out, making the 6 noticeably larger. This variety exists in both the Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D mint mark, mints. The small date variety is rarer, making it more desirable among collectors. The 1960 Lincoln penny was minted in large numbers, reflecting the high demand for pennies in circulation. Here are the total mintage figures: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, ***, 586,405,000 coins; Philadelphia Proof coins, ***, 1,691,602 coins; Denver Mint, D mint mark, ***, 1,580,884,000 coins. With over 2.1 billion pennies minted, the 1960 penny is not rare in general circulation. However, finding one in high mint state, MS, condition, or with a unique error can make it valuable. Obverse, front side *** features a bust of Abraham Lincoln, with the inscriptions "In God We Trust" above his head, "Liberty" on the left side, the date, 1960, on the right side, with or without a D mint mark below. Reverse, backside ** still carried the traditional wheat ears design, which had been in place since 1909. However, later that year, the design was changed to the Lincoln Memorial, marking the end of the wheat penny era. One of the biggest historical shifts in 1960 was the transition from the wheat ears reverse to the Lincoln Memorial reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo. This new design was meant to modernize the coin's appearance and celebrate the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. This means some 1960 pennies have the classic wheat ears design, while others have the newer Lincoln Memorial design, A major transition in U.S. coinage history. The 1960 Lincoln cent was made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This composition remained until 1982, when the U.S. Mint switched to a zinc core with a thin copper plating to reduce production costs. Because of its high copper content, a 1960 penny weighs 3.11 grams, making it heavier than modern zinc pennies, which weigh only 2.5 grams. Collectors are interested in 1960 pennies for a few reasons. The small date variety asterisk, since it is rarer than the large date, collectors often look for well-preserved examples. Mint errors and variations asterisk asterisk. Some 1960 pennies have errors like double dies, off-center strikes, and repunched mint marks, increasing their value. The end of an era asterisk asterisk. The 1960 penny was one of the last years to use the wheat penny design, making it historically significant. High-quality proof coins asterisk asterisk. Collectors also seek proof versions from the Philadelphia Mint, which were struck with extra detail and mirror-like surfaces. The 1960 Lincoln penny is more than just an old coin. It represents a key moment in U.S. numismatic history, featuring a major design change and a rare small date variety. While most circulated 1960 pennies are only worth face value, certain varieties and high-grade examples can fetch hundreds of dollars. So next time you come across a 1960 penny, check the date, style, mint mark, and condition. You might just have a hidden gem in your hands. The 1980 Lincoln cent is part of the long-running Lincoln penny series, which first debuted in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin features Lincoln's right-facing portrait on the obverse. The words, "In God We Trust," appear above, "Liberty" is on the left, and the date, 1980, is on the right. Below Lincoln's bust, you'll sometimes find a small D or a mint mark, indicating where the coin was minted. The reverse side of the 1980 penny features the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo, which was used from 1959 until 2008. If you look closely, you can see a tiny statue of Lincoln inside the memorial, an amazing little detail. The 1980 Lincoln penny was produced in 3 different U.S. Mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Here's how many were made at each mint: Philadelphia, no mint mark asterisk asterisk 7.4 billion coins; Denver, D mint mark asterisk asterisk 5.1 billion coins; San Francisco, S mint mark proof coins asterisk asterisk 3.5 million coins. Since billions of these coins were produced, most are still common in circulation today. Unlike today's pennies, which are mostly zinc with a thin copper coating, the 1980 penny is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. That means each coin weighs 3.11 grams, heavier than modern pennies, which weigh only 2.5 grams. Because of its high copper content, the melt value of a 1980 penny is currently higher than 1 cent. But before you start thinking about melting your pennies, remember, melting U.S. coins is illegal. So, what is a 1980 penny worth today? In circulated condition, most are still worth just 1 cent, but there are exceptions. There are some rare 1980 Lincoln pennies that collectors are willing to pay big money for. Here are some error coins to watch out for. Some 1980 pennies show a doubled image on the lettering or date. These can be worth $50 to $200, depending on condition. If part of the design is missing due to a misaligned strike, these can be worth $10 to $100. BIE error asterisk, a small die break between the B and in Liberty can add value. Typically $5 to $50 struck on a dime planchet asterisk asterisk. If a penny was accidentally struck on a dime's metal blank, it could be worth $500 or more. If you find one of these, you might just have a hidden treasure in your pocket change. So, should you keep your 1980 pennies? If they're in rough condition, they're probably not worth much more than face value. But if you have one in mint condition or with a rare error, it could be a nice addition to your collection, or even sell for a good price. Plus, with copper prices rising, these old pennies could become even more valuable in the future. That's all for today's video. Now I want to hear from you. Do you have any 1980 pennies in your collection? Have you ever found an error coin? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more awesome coin videos. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update.